Good
evening.
This is the agenda of the regular board meeting. President Board of Trustees, Burnham, Cook County, Illinois. Today is May 13, 2025. I will ask for the clerk to call the roll, please.
Trustee Cap, Trustee Hodges,
Here.
Trustee Garcia, Trustee Greer,
Here.
Trustee Richardson,
Here.
Trustee Claybrook.
Here. Okay, we have a quorum present. And for those of you who have, this is your first time being, maybe, or second time being, or whatever the case may be, if we did not have enough trustees present, we need 3 trustees, then I can break the tie. If we only got 2 trustees and the mayor, then legally we cannot have a meeting. I'm just for the record. Could we stand for the pledge of allegiance, please? Could you lead us, trustee Hodges?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you. Are there any approval or corrections of the minutes of the board meeting that was held on April 15, 2025? Any corrections to the minutes? If there are no corrections to the minutes for the board meeting that was held on April 15, 2025, I will ask for a motion to approve them.
A motion to approve the minutes of the last board meeting.
Which was April 15. Could we have a second?
Second.
Motion made by trustee Hodges, it was second by trustee Claybrook. Will the clerk call the roll?
Trustee Hodges,
Yes.
Trustee Greer,
Yes.
Trustee Richardson,
Abstain.
Trustee Claybrook.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And could we also have a motion for the minutes that was held on April 24th, 2025, which was our swearing-in event? So we moved that up a couple of days to Thursday instead of the regular Tuesday. So can we have a motion to approve those minutes as well?
Make a motion to approve the minutes for April 24th, 2025.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor by trustee Claybrook to approve the minutes for April 24th, 2025. Could we have a second, please? Could we have a second?
I second it.
Second by trustee Hodges. Will the clerk call the roll?
Trustee Hodges,
Yes.
Trustee Greer,
Yes.
Trustee Richardson,
Abstain.
Trustee Claybrook.
Yes.
Motion passed, thank you. Sometimes the trustees abstain if they were not at that meeting, so, and that's fine to do that. Before we ask for the citizens to speak, if you have anything to say to the board, if you would just stand up and give us your name, you don't have to give your address and your reason for addressing the board, and we'd be glad to hear what you have to say. You can make a comment, and then we will record that. Yes.
My name is Jacqueline Cosby. I almost had an accident this morning.
Wait a
Excuse
minute.
me, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. We need to make a motion to open the meeting to the public.
Make a motion to open the meeting to the public.
Do we have a second? Second by trustee Richardson, will the clerk call the roll?
Trustee Trustee Hodges,
Yes.
Trustee Greer,
Yes.
Trustee Richardson.
Yes.
Trustee Claybrook.
Yes.
My motion passes. Meeting is now open. I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. I almost had an accident this morning, and it's not the first time either. They're coming down a one-way street on 141st in Torrance. They turn it in, and I'm turning out, coming in, rather, and they're
Yeah, by
coming
the fire
out.
department.
Yes, they're going out that way.
Okay. But we've had, from time to time, I mean, people do that. We've been trying to think of some ways, maybe we could deter that, and we still gonna, see if we can do that. I don't know if we put up any additional signage, if that would help, but we certainly, that's, the ongoing issue. In fact, they do it from both sides of the street, so. Okay, but we'll try to stay on top of it,
Thank
see if
you.
we can catch some of them.
Dangerous.
Jerome Burge. Same problem, people speed through the neighborhood, but I have a suggestion that some of the two-way streets should be one-way, facing each other. So, but what I did is I drew a triangle, y'all wanna look at it, you know.
Could you just stretch it out so everybody can see it?
Okay, this is State Street, right? The problem I'm having is, when I live on Hoxie, when they go through Hoxie, they go straight through,
Like going north.
no stop. But they should stop, but they don't. So my suggestion is, when you come to 145th Street, make each street go towards each other, so you have to turn. So you can't go straight through.
Oh,
We put like
look
that.
at
Yeah.
the other?
We're not
Yeah,
gonna
so
go-
every other street could be like that. So you got to go around the block to go to your house, but it's on one way. Instead of going straight through, cause when you go straight through, see a lot of people run a stop sign, somebody will get killed pretty soon.
Yep.
So this way you got to turn. You got to turn, and plus the streets in Burnham, in Burnham is too narrow, too small. They ain't as wide as Country Club Hills. And since they too small, people park on the curb because they don't wanna get their car. But if you have a one-way street, you ain't have to worry about people parking on the curb, because only one way can come out. And plus, that would help the police stop, catch the people who's doing wrong by going straight. They know they're gonna have to turn, so they can wait for them at that corner. You know what I'm saying?
So I see you got 145th, two-way, and 144th.
Two-way, so just go like that. But all the streets that's going one way, two ways down, they gotta face each other. You know what I'm saying? They gotta face each other, you gotta turn. See,
Okay,
instead of
so,
putting speed bumps.
and as far as the speeding goes, so, we have put the traffic commas in certain areas. And like I had announced at a meeting before, normally, we're not allowed public works to take them up after we put them down. But I've kind of, had some additional reservations about that, so maybe, we might put the bumps down first. Do you think that would be helpful?
No, they still go straight through,
Yeah,
that's the problem.
they fly through the ones.
They still go straight through.
They don't.
See, the problem is you want to get them where they have to pretty much stop. So you don't have to stop now because you gotta turn. You gotta stop. Now you go around the corner doing 30 miles per hour, you go to the pole.
Okay, well, we certainly will take under enormous consideration.
Okay, if y'all wanna keep my job, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think I was saying some of the streets are kind of narrow, but not any, because the two cars going down the same street over there on Hoxie, over there by what y'all talking about, it's really uncomfortable and tight right there.
It's too tight, you gotta move over.
I will say that.
So, and plus you got people who parking on the grass, so the landscape is messed up.
Well, we're gonna stop that, so we're gonna stop
You
that.
can't stop it and it's too narrow apart, they see. So the
It's
only
not
way to
that
fix
they
that
probably
solution.
get parked on the street. I don't park on the grass.
I don't park on the grass either. See, I got an old car, but if I had a new car, I'd park on the grass.
But don't buy me with that. We allowed to park on the grass.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bird, appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Judy Beatty. I'm new to Burnham this is my third year. I'm not sure how you guys work this out, but I was here for citizens address. Is this the time I can give my citizens address? Okay, first, first I want to give an applaud to, this is something that happened a couple of years ago. Jody and to Patricia, I was very amazed and it was so sensitive to see when you guys did come to the funeral. I'm just now getting here to say thank you. Okay, now I'm speaking kind of probably pretty much what he is. I live on 145th in Bensley. Is that the area you're talking about? So we're kind of on the same page. I do understand what he's speaking on about the speed bumps, because they're still going through, but my issue is going to be, yes, I can see what he's talking about. And I would like to have, we just sold back to a management company, which I live in their residence, a building. And I think it's trying to kind of see if it's a way that the infrastructure could be changed from how it's only one way, or because these are apartment residents and you got single family dwelling. And a lot of people don't want the people, parking where they live. but you also gotta maintain for the single, family multiple dwelling. Is it possible that the board would allow this particular company to be able to spot on the sides of their street that they own the building, parking spots? Okay, meaning, we have one way, because you got one way you can't go through, okay? So we can park, it's 8 units, give 8 slots.
Also, you mean, let's see, are you saying that you would want them to draw the lines
There you go.
diagonally?
I've already talked to the owners, they said if you can make it happen, go ahead. I'm here at the meeting to try to see if I can make it
I
happen.
think we would need to change the ordinance to do that, and we will have to change the
Okay, I
ordinance.
mean, I might still live out here, you know, but it is a problem, especially with people who work at night, as I do, in your village. And I like to come home knowing I got a parking spot. So, that's why, being a woman, I don't wanna walk up and find out, cause there are diligent people that be walking around. Now, one car, one, per unit. Now, anybody else, they on their own, but
And
they.
now, and so what are they going now?
It's free for all, as whoever gets there, they gets there. And some people have more than one car in their unit, so that's
So
what
would
I'm,
keep them, but I mean, what would keep them from parking accordingly even if
okay, here's what my design plan would be. Okay, I already measured, okay, if he's allowing for that corner, okay, you know what I'm talking about, Mikey now, okay? So if they are allowed, give a unit, 8 units, 8 spots, there are enough for 8 spots. Some people have 2 cars in their household, well, they the one have to go somewhere else. They might have to find. But those 2 cars per unit, if they can say 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit, if it's allowed to paint that for that person who's paying rent, like I do, okay, to be able to come home and know I can park my car, after I get off from work, I work at Burnham Liquor, okay, so I'm like nighttime, I would like to be able to come home and know I ain't gotta park behind an alley, which I do pay for a permit for that. He sells the permit for the alley, which that I think is not necessary neither. But if you allow him that, he may not do that anymore. Okay? Okay, go.
Trustee Cleveland, would you make a site visit, to see exactly where she is?
What's that address?
14501 South Bensley.
Question.
Yes.
So what is your suggestion? You come home and somebody's in your spot.
Well, once you make that an ordinance or whatever you have to do, legally, then they'll get ticketed, because they'll already be told, if I was a resident, I signed a lease, and I say, okay, they say I'm unit 8, then I know I park in unit 8. If someone else is parking there, then that's which can generate you guys money, because if everyone who lives in the building gonna know the rules of your village.
Well, I'm not exactly sure if we could issue a citation if somebody else will park in his spot, not being on private property.
Yeah, that's a public street.
That's a public street, right?
Right.
That's
Yeah.
y'all street, not mine. So,
But the side of the building is normally for resident parking
Right.
of the building. Your owner has decided to charge you all
Right.
to park there.
which is only like 3, you could get maybe 3 or 4 cars.
Well,
Okay,
you
but
get
on
about
your,
5.
but it could fit.
Mhm.
I could see on village property,
Mhm.
we can up here make that happen, because it's on the corner. So he gets the corner, he's a corner building. He can get that first right where the stop sign is. I know where he's talking about with the speed bumps, 'cause I know, and they do go through there like what he's talking about, because I'm around it when it happens. And it can make it, because he is a corner building, so he gets that corner, okay?
I get
Well,
you,
if
but I
you can
don't
get,
get
if
you.
a public work person or anyone could come, I'll be glad to up here kind of infiltrate,
I'll come after the meeting.
Excuse me?
I'll come after the meeting and look at it.
Okay, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah, 'cause
That'd
I
be
good.
own the
Number
building
two,
too,
we ought to
and,
change
you
the
know,
number.
my tenants get
When the
to park
meeting's
on
over.
the side of my building for free.
Right,
And that is
I know,
private property. I just think the owner.
I know,
needs
he's
to-
wrong for that, I
Right.
know, but I live in there, I paid for it because I had no choice.
Yeah.
Okay, sometimes you just don't rock the boat, because I have to have my safe for security.
Yeah, I
Okay,
understand.
but there are, if it is something that can be placed in, and this also helps the single family dwellings, that no one is parking, like that too.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so, that's a lot, it's a little, because If you put that out there, then people will be more conscientious, you know.
Unless y'all
Maybe
put it-
not.
unless y'all
No,
put it-
okay, well, let's, anything's worth a try.
Only because some of the houses don't have driveways and they have to park on the street
Bensley
themselves.
has driveway, it's
I
surprising,
live on Bensley,
from 145th to, well, you y'all all got driveway.
My next door neighbor doesn't have a
For real?
driveway, no.
Okay, you must be 44,
I said 144.
okay, maybe,
Yeah.
okay, I have some, down
No.
in your house, I think.
Next door to me doesn't have one, across the street from her doesn't have.
Okay, well,
one.
that's like out of 14 maybe, houses, 2 or something, that's not the tradition. Most of them I noticed, they do have driveways. Cause I drive a lot in my area, you know, cause I'm curious about my neighborhood. I noticed the little lot, how you can do the little picnic and stuff, so I'm that type of person. Yeah.
Okay, well, trustee Cleveland will do a follow-up with you.
Okay, I thank you, board.
Does anyone else have any comment? Does anyone else have any comment?
Yeah. Andrew Johnson, I just wanted to say, and, pat, the people on the back that were involved in the patching. They did a lot of patching, on my street, around the area, whatever, stuff. And I think that was great. They did a wonderful job. I really, appreciate the patching that was done. I wish the superintendent had been here, Mr. Liddell, but I really appreciate that. That's what I want to say.
That's on the trustee Cleveland per minute, so he give you, so he acknowledges.
Okay.
Are there any other public comments? Are there any other public comment? I'll ask for a motion to close the meeting to the public.
Motion to close the meeting to the public.
The motion on the floor by trustee Hodges to close the meeting to the public. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Richardson. Will the clerk call the roll?
Trustee Hodges?
Yes.
Trustee Greer?
Yes.
Trustee Richardson?
Yes.
Trustee Claybrook?
Yes.
Session is now closed. Within the mayor report, we had sent a letter out, in the water bill for this month. We're trying to enhance the curb appeal in Burnham. So, we are willing to offer some assistance, to, some of the residents for different things. I'm always pro landscaping and beautification, and, so if you're interested, just make sure you follow the guideline. I believe it said May 15th to June 28th. So, put your name on. We had about 5 or 6 people, I think, that signed up already, so we will carry through with that. Thank you.
It's for helping people to do the landscaping up to date, right?
Yeah, it could be landscaping, it could be a small, job, maybe. A guy was out today, preparing, a lady's, steps, and, so he said he could make it look new again, and it looked pretty good when I left the block, so.
Reach out.
I mean, some that's really not, overly expensive, so, but they need to sign up for it. Okay, so that's all I have, so clerk, Shabazz.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Just a reminder that Monday, May 26th is Memorial Day. So everybody, we're observing Memorial Day that day, and Village Hall will be closed that day. Also, Mayor and I, been looking into replacing the front door here at the Village Hall to also make it handicap accessible, and also at the senior center. So someone came out today to take measurements, and they're gonna give us a proposal, so just to be aware. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
Bless
thank you,
you.
clerk. Does anybody else have anything under that? Okay. Public education, health, safety, and welfare, trustee Greer.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
For the month of April, there were 16 fire calls. There were 11 during the day and 5 during the night. And for the ambulance, for the month of April, they had 44 calls. Diabetic calls, trouble breathing, chest pains, open wounds, convulsion. So ambulance was very busy. 44 calls during the ambulance, and there were 5 calls with 16. As you know, Mr. Burnham and AMVETS Post 43 have joined together to create a Veterans Memorial Fund. So with that being said, on May 19th, Don Pedro's Restaurant, 316 Torrance Avenue, from 10 a.m. to 9:45, we're asking everyone to go and to purchase food. 15% of all the food sales will be donated to our Veterans Memorial Fund fundraiser. So as you go to the restaurant, please remind the staff when ordering, you're supporting the Village of Burnham Veterans Memorial Fund. And as you know, we're so anxious to get this memorial built. As you go through the different towns, South Holland, Lansing, Riverdale, everyone has a memorial for our veterans. We are behind in having ours, and we want ours. And we want to make it happen this year. We can't do it without you. We need your help. So please support this event. Again, that's on Monday coming up. And 15% of all the food sales will be donated to our Veterans Memorial fundraiser. The Village of Burnham Community Center Group is collecting plastic bags for our project. We're making mats and pillows for the homeless. So please help us by saving and bringing your plastic bags to us. Your drop-off location will be the clerk's window. And once we have enough bags, we will set a date to start our project. So if you would like to participate in this project, please leave your name with the village clerk's office. Game night. We're having game night again this Saturday, May 17th from 3 to 7. Come join us for some fun, socializing, listen to music, refreshments. You can bring your favorite game, and you can bring a friend. Again, it's game night for those only, May 17th, 3 to 7. This will remind everyone, any dog found running at large in our village will be impounded. And if we cannot locate the owner, the dog will be impounded. So make sure that your dog is kept on the leash. We have families, we have children, families walking to the park, children out playing, and we just don't want anything else to happen to our families or our children. Again, all drivers, please slow down when traveling through the village and obey all stop signs. There will be Red Cross classes available. You can sign up now. Wednesday, there will be Red Cross classes from 6 to 8, and Saturday, May 24th from 12 to 2. These classes are being done through the Red Cross and AMVETS 43. So if you have any questions about the Red Cross classes, you can sign up, you can talk to the people at AMVETS 43. And it is for children and pediatrics, smaller children and adults.
CPR?
Yes, CPR is that. Our annual garage sale is June the 14th, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Merchandise and food vendors are needed. The rain date would be June the 21st. Must bring your own setup. Again, I'm going to repeat over and over again. You must bring your own setup. That's June 14th from 11 to 4. And setup can start at 9 o'clock. If you'd like to come and get set up before we start our sale, which is at 11 o'clock. CEDA 2025 has a scholarship program. It's available for all who are passionate about pursuing their academic professional goals. The application, if you'd like to apply, deadline is Friday, June the 20th. And you must have the applications done by 5 p.m. You can mail the applications or you can take them in yourself to 53 East 154th Street in Harvey, Illinois. Congratulations to our newest pope, Leo XIV. And from my reading and my understanding, he grew up in Dalton. So we're hoping that, everyone is hoping that there will be a lot of changes that will be coming to Dalton. And lots of people are coming through right now just to view the house. Burnham has a new ice cream shop. It is now open. It's located at 14522 South Torrance Avenue. Come out and support our local businesses. The ice cream is delicious. And I think that's it.
Okay, Public Works and Building, Trustee Claiborne.
Good evening.
Good evening.
The Public Works Department has been out picking up trash, branches, and cutting grass throughout the village. Also, I want to say thank you, Mr. Johnson, for recognizing the job Public Works did with the coal patcher. Also, that goes into what I was going to say. National Public Works Week is May 18th through the 24th next week. So on Friday, May 23rd, we'll have a lunch for the Public Works employees just to show our appreciation. Also, just a reminder to the residents, if you could clean up behind your garage, near your garbage cans, and cut the grass if you have grass. You know, it takes all of us to keep the village clean. And that's all I have, man.
Thank you, Trustee Claiborne. And in addition to that, we have to put a plan together to resurface at least two whole streets. We have to have it approved before July the 1st, because otherwise we have to give the grant money back. And so it's like $277,000, so we're not gonna do that. So we need to be taking a look at that in the next couple of days or so. And we can also do sidewalk repairs, but we have to do like the whole area. I mean, we can't do patches. It has to be like a whole block or a whole area. I'm ready to go with that.
All right.
Okay. And the ordinance resolution in planning, in the absence of Trustee Garcia, Trustee Claiborne, would you also take, would you remember that committee?
Discussion of, consideration of, and taking action to approve or not approve a resolution for automatic aid agreement for the fire protection resolution number 2025-R-007, a resolution, electric vehicle charging station, Burnham Community Center, Cook County Intergovernmental Agreement.
So Spanner, would you like to give us a little briefing about this electric station information?
Actually, we're getting a grant for an electrical charging station, some vehicles located at the community center. I'm not certain of the exact location they're going to place them at the community center, but making use of this grant money to provide for vehicles to be charged if they come by and park or use the community center. All I can say.
Okay, so we'll probably put them in the corner next to the garden. That way they can just make a second drive and come back out safely.
Would that be a free service for people charging their cars?
I don't think it's exactly free.
You gotta pay for it.
I'm not exactly sure what it is. They haven't discussed that part with us yet, so I imagine it would be like you're gonna get some air, you would have to, put something in the machine, I would think, so. And President Prinkwicker will be here on June the 2nd at 12:30. Those of you who would like to join us, so we'll have a press conference right in front of the community center. And the purpose for it is to, the county is gonna help us to make some improvements to the community center, so it'll be like a grand opening, a groundbreaking. They're gonna install a new parking lot, put a roof on the building, so it'll be a big undertaking. So if you would like to join us on that day, the June the 2nd, at 12:30, that's on a Monday, then you're welcome to do so. Okay, so,
Make a motion.
yes, go ahead.
I make a motion to approve a resolution for automatic aid agreement for fire protection resolution number 2025-R-007, a resolution electric vehicle charging station, Burnham Community Center, Cook County, intergovernmental agreement.
So there's a motion on the floor by trustee Claybrook to make a motion. So we have a second.
I second that.
Now, is there any other comments or discussion about it?
Well, I was gonna ask what company's gonna do it, but I think that's still under consideration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the county would, I mean, they would control all of that, so,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm doing, yeah.
Okay. I'll put a clip on.
Trustee Hodges,
Yes.
trustee Greer,
Yeah.
trustee Richardson,
Yes.
trustee Claybrook.
Yes.
All right, motion passed. Do we have anything else on the ordinance and resolution? Okay, finance, in the absence of trustee Cap, does anyone have anything to say on the finance? Okay. All right. Public utilities, trustee Richardson.
Good evening.
Good evening.
CETA will be at the community center on Saturday, May the 17th, from 10 to 2. Anyone seeking assistance with your gas or electric, you can come there on Saturday. Also, ComEd has this program, free assessments. You don't have to spend money to save money. You can contact them and ask, when you complete a free home energy savings assessment, you'll get personalized recommendations plus free and discounted energy saving products. So eligible customers may save even more with free weatherization improvements. So you can go to comed.com/energy saving tips to get more information. And there's a telephone number you can call. I don't see a phone number on that. That's the number. And it's time for the community garden for us to get started. We need volunteers. Anyone interested in playing in dirt, planting some plants?
We nominate you, Ms. Judy, to send this to your question.
Please, you can see me after this meeting and give me your name and number so we can schedule a date for us to start planning to get our garden.
AMVET's 43, the ladies of AMVET 43 have shown an interest in assisting with the garden. So we just have to give them a start date.
That's it.
Okay, thank you, trustee Richardson, for that report and your information. Parks and Recreation, trustee Hodges.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I wanna touch more on community game day this Saturday. It was really popular last time, so we're gonna keep that going. So, yes, it's gonna be from 3 to 7. So you come that morning if you wanna get help with CETA, and then you come later afternoon for the games. Adults 18 and up for that day. Also, we still, Calumet Memorial Park District are still hiring, for jobs. So, you know, some young people are looking for jobs, 18, it's actually 16 and up at the Calumet Memorial Park District. You give them a call 708-868-2530 or www.mycmpd. And also I got the flyer right here, okay? Also jobs, Walgreens is actually hiring too, they still hiring for summer jobs too. So if you know somebody looking for a job, Walgreens got summer jobs available, that's jobs.walgreens.com. So I'm still out here trying to find some work for our young people and some activities. So if you still got any ideas or questions, please let me know. Thank you so much for your support, and that's what I got. Thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you, trustee Hodges, for that information and your report. Then a presentation of petitions. Then a communication of memorials, the rest of messages. I would like to ask for a moment of silence for Miss Susan Span. I was looking at her obituary this morning, and I discovered she passed away. She lived here in Burnham. She was 41 years old. She lived over here on Muskegon, so we will have a moment of silence for her, please. Okay, thank you. Do it. Oh, yeah, and also Miss Kathy Farmer also, she lived on the east side, so, she passed away about a week or so ago, so didn't have her service last week as well. Okay, so, under new business, before we go into that, we have to go into executive session, and the way executive session works is that we have to, I'm gonna ask for a motion to go into executive session, so we have to go in the back, and, then if you hear when we come back, and we'll see you when you come back, and when we come back, if not, then we'll see you at another time. But certain matters, if it concerns in litigation or disciplinary, of employees, then we cannot discuss that in public, we have to go into executive session. So on the new business, we just need a motion to go into executive session, right?
A motion to go into executive session.
If we need a second, only a motion to go into executive session.
A second.
So the clerk call the roll.
Trustee Hodges?
Yes.
Trustee Greer?
Yes.
Trustee Richardson?
Yes.
Trustee Claybrook?
Yes.
Motion passed, we have to go into executive session now. Thank you.